Thanks so much, John. John Pearson there from the Transport Management Centre. Speaking of roads and traffic, we know that our trucking route and Picton Road in particular, Mount Ousley, etc., huge numbers of diesel trucks going up and down the mountain each day. Well, now one company is hoping to set up Australia's largest electric truck depot in Wilton. Dan Bleakley is the co-CEO of New Energy Transport. Joins me now. Dan, good morning.
Good morning, Melinda. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. Look, how far progressed is this? So I'm just wondering, you've secured a site at Wilton. Where are you at in terms of actually having a fleet of all-electric road freight trucks servicing Sydney and the Illawarra?
Yeah, so we're currently developing our first integrated electric trucking depot for the Wilton area, and we plan on starting construction in mid-2026, and the site will be able to support initially 20 heavy electric prime movers, but we'll be able to scale that up to over 50 electric trucks over time.
Okay, and these will travel which route in particular?
So we're mainly focused on the Sydney to the Illawarra freight corridor. So as you mentioned before, there's an enormous amount of diesel trucks travelling up and down Picton Road. So we think there's about 5,000 trucks going down Picton Road every day. And then there's another 3,800 that go down the Hume Highway every day. So we're trying to tap into that corridor, which is one of the densest freight corridors in the country.
So you've chosen somewhere with a bit of a challenge, though, and that is the escarpment and the hill. I'm wondering if the technology is ready right now. We know that one of the big issues with trucks was charging time. It takes a lot longer to charge the battery than it does to fill the tank, and the weight of batteries as well, travelling up and down the mountain. Where is the technology at in relation to the vehicles themselves?
Yeah, so it's super exciting moment at the moment because we're seeing a convergence of these technologies. So we've obviously seen a lot of development in the battery space. So we're now at a point where these electric prime movers, they have enough battery capacity to be able to do 500, even 600 kilometres. So we recently conducted a commercial demonstration with a company where we did a 480 kilometre single charge delivery with a 36-tonne gross combined mass. And we understand that that's actually the longest electric truck delivery ever conducted in Australia. And so when you have these electric prime movers that are coming to market now, and you couple that with high-speed charging, so there's now megawatt charging chargers coming to market, that means you can charge one of these electric prime movers in less than an hour. So provided you can get enough energy to the site, the charging equipment is now available to be able to charge these trucks in under an hour.
Okay, well, that's a big question, isn't it? How do you get enough energy to the site? I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think some service stations have wanted to do something similar, but proposals have been knocked back because of the amount of power needed to charge batteries of that size and charge them that quickly as well. If it can be done in under an hour, Dan, that's incredible. What will you do at this site at Wilton to provide it? Where are you going to draw your power from?
So we'll be getting our power from a combination of on-site solar and grid connection. So we're looking at around a 5 megawatt grid connection plus probably 3.5 megawatts of on-site solar. And we believe with that amount of power, we'll be able to operate around 50 trucks continuously. From the site.
And do you already have approvals for this? Because I think some service stations were knocked back because of the pressure they'd put on the grid, for example. Is this all ready to go? Do you have the green light?
We are still developing the site, so we don't have full approvals yet. But we're working closely with Wallandilly Shire Council and Endeavour Energy, and we believe that there's a strong pathway to getting approvals. So we'll find out over the next few months, in that space.
You obviously think now is the time to develop this sort of thing. You feel like the technology's ready, it sounds like. I'm wondering if initially it will be much more expensive than still a diesel-powered truck, or how quickly do you think this will take off as being the way we do transit heavy freight and haul it long distances here in Australia, which relies so much on truck movements, of course, because we're so big?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great question. And I'd say, so our company, New Energy Transport, is Australia's first zero-emission electric heavy trucking company. And we offer zero-emission road freight at no extra cost. So we're competitive with diesel road freight on a per-kilometre basis. And the reason we can do that is that we combine low-cost renewables, high-speed charging, and electric prime movers in an optimised way where we can get that energy cost down low enough so that we're competitive with diesel. And so we're basically taking a first principles approach to electric trucking. So instead of trying to retrofit an existing trucking company or depot with electric technology, which can be very difficult, we step back and we look at we take a first principles approach to the whole design effectively.
Okay, and build it from scratch. So just finally, when will we see a big electric semis going up and down the mountain and then eventually down the Hume and possibly to Sydney? When do you think that's going to happen?
Yeah, so we're actually looking at a pilot project as well, which could get a handful of these trucks on the road a bit earlier. So we're actually hoping to get operational mid next year, and that would be on the Port Kembla to Sydney route. So hopefully we can see some of these trucks early next year. But one of the other really exciting things is that on our recent demonstration where we did 480 kilometres, we actually shaved 40 minutes off the regular delivery time, and that's because the electric trucks were able to maintain the speed limit going up hills. So compared to the diesel trucks, which actually have to slow down significantly going up hills. So there's an added benefit here. Not only do we remove the air pollution and the noise pollution, we're also able to improve the efficiency of road freight as well.
Well, we'll watch your progress with interest. Thanks for talking to us this morning.
Great. Thanks very much, Melinda.
That's Dan Bleakley from New Energy Transport, choosing Wilton to set up Australia's largest electric truck depot. I'd love to hear what you think, especially if you're a truckie.
From Wollongong to Shell Harbour, from now